Alright, so we start off filtering our water. So our water is ultra filtered. Let's see the systems here, and we also have a UV sensor which helps to kill any bacteria that may slip past these filters. Alright. So behind the view, this is our base malts. So we use raw premium Pilsen malt to get our beer going. It's all imported from the US. Good stuff, good stuff. And right here is where the magic starts off. So it depends on the recipe. The guy will line up here, dumping all the bags into the grist mill. We will start grinding up all the grains, shoot it up the auger. The auger has a little spring side that spins rapidly, pulls all that crushed grains way up into the grist hop. Alright. So now, after we crush all of the grains, this is the mash tun. We're going to add a couple of hot water, a couple of liters of hot water. We're going to pull a slide, let the grain fall down. The water comes in with the grain simultaneously into the grist hop, into the mash, I'm sorry. Grain's going to stay there after collection for 1 hour, 60 minutes basically extracting what we call the starch. Alright? So after that 60 minutes of extraction, what we do now, we're going to do something called boil off. Boil off is self-filtering the wort itself until it gets clear in the side glass. You boil off for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes of boil off, we're going to do what we call is a collection. Now, it's very important to make collection. Some folks like to sparge before, but it's better to start collecting before you sparge. You want to see just about 1 inch of that grain before you start dumping water on top, else you're going to get a little diluted sugar where you wort. And you don't want your wort to be diluted, you want it to be as sweet as possible. Alright? So, now, after you see that little bit of grain, you start to sparge. So we'll continue with your collecting. So after you finish collecting all of the grain, all of the, not the grain, but all of the liquid that you need, which is the wort, we do what we call a boil. 60-minute boil into the kettle. You come a little closer on this side. Alright? So now, as you see the boil, it's very important. Yes, we have add the first addition of the hops. Also depending on the type of recipe that you're using. So at the 60 minutes, as you see that little growth, that little, how you call that, little fluctuating, a little rapidness, a little wavy sensation, you know you got a proper boil. A rolling boil to be precise. You add your first addition, which is the 60-minute hops. Again, depends on what type of recipe. If it's an IPA, you know what type of hops to do. If it's a lager, if it's an ale, depends what you're brewing. After that, you're going to add something called superfood with some wort flock into your kettle to get that going. Now, after your 60 minutes of boil, you're going to transfer over to your whirlpool. Now, your whirlpool is a special addition also to the brew house. Here's also you add an extra addition of your hops as well into the whirlpool. Now, the whirlpool is you can go up and check inside each vessel. It's a very unique vessel, separately to the mash and the kettle. Alright, as you see, there's 2 separate extraction points. You want to extract everything on the left side. Alright, everything in the middle. So we have a huge mud pile. You don't want a mud pile. You don't want a mud pile on the right side going through what we call our heat exchanger. It can cause a little cluster when you're trying to extract your wort from your whirlpool to send it into your fermenter. Alright? So also we have a nice little addition here. This is like a little, what you call a little strainer to help keep back any additions that you drop into your kettle and into your whirlpool. This helps pulls back all of that little happy addition, the little superfood addition, any organic material that is too thick, that will hold it back. There's a strainer inside of there. Now, why the heat exchanger is very important. When you reach your final stage in brewing, which is your whirlpool, it's around 160-ish, 157-ish Fahrenheit, so that's pretty hot. In order to get inside your fermenter, it needs to be chilled. So along with the cold liquor tank, cold water will pass on one side of the plate, your wort pass on the other side of the plate, generating, which is called a heat exchanger effect. So cooling down that wort from 157 to about 54-ish, 68-ish, depends on the type of beer you're brewing, in a matter of seconds. Goes right into your fermenter. Alright? So when we finish collecting everything from the whirlpool, here's when we go up to the 30 barrel, open the hatch on top, and dump our yeast inside. So now, you got your sweet wort, you got your bags of yeast. What's going to happen? Fermentation begins, alcohol starts naturally production. Yeah. So this is a 30 barrel. Now, in order for us to fill a 30 barrel, we need to brew 2 times. Why? Our brew house system is just 15 barrel system that we operate here in SXM Beer. Yeah. So in order to fill this bad girl up, we gotta work 2 days. And right next to this barrel, we got what we call our 15 barrel system, exact same size of the brew house. So just will take you 1 day just to fill this baby up. So 1 day, 2 days of brewing. Yep. Now right behind of you, this is our hot liquor tank. So everything inside is pretty hot. We use a steam boiler which generates steam through our steam pipes, and steam is what we use to heat up everything that we need to heat up. Yep, pretty nice stuff, eh? Boom. Let's see. Over here we have our keg washer. You can go close if you want. So this system here, this is a CIP cars. So this is what we use to add some chemical caustic with hot water to operate our keg washing machine to clean these dirty girls here. So basically this goes into the draft machine, which we fill with our premium lagers, our IPAs, our Hefeweizers, our porters, whatever we brew for draft machines, they fill right here. When they come back from the client, our seller guy loads them up here and wash them right here. As you can see, we have a fresh stock that he just washed. You see how clean and nice these look? So he's getting ready to put some premium lager inside of these beautiful babies, store them inside our cold storage, wait for our clients to make a phone call because, hey, I'm out of SXM Premium, out of SXM IPA. Can you please load us up? We'll be ready. Yeah, man. Alright, let's go inside of this room here. So this is our cellar office. And it's here where we keep all of our hops. One of my favorite hops to use, of course, is none other than the beautiful, lovely floral Citra hops, which is hopped for IPA especially. So Citra, like I say, is my favorite because of the aroma that gives you, the floral smell it gives you. It's just a beautiful taste and a beautiful smell. As you put your IPA by your nose, you instantly smell that aroma of that Citra. That's what I have right here, sipping on right now. Oh yeah. So also our superfoods. This is our proteins that we add. So we add superfoods. We also add some World Flock into our product. And it depends on the product you're brewing. One of the best for the lager, 3470. If you're doing a light ale, USO 5. So these are the yeast that we use to help our fermentation take process. Now with the 3470, you gotta be very crucial. Of course, it's 6 weeks of brewing, so 6 weeks of fermentation, and this is just 2 weeks of fermentation. So, but yeah, to get a great lager, just let the production take its course. Don't rush your product, else you will get off flavors or off taste or contamination, which no brewer wants. You know, so let the product take its course. Some people try to cheat their way when they're making lagers. Don't cheat your way when it's brewing. You can experiment. Experimentation is always good because any slight little mistake, you never know. You get something crazy that tastes good. But anyone that rushes a product, dump that down the drain. Alright? So this lovely area is what we call our finishing area. If you take a look in between here, if you can see it there, that little system there is our filter system. Right here. Yes, that's our filter system. So we filter everything on the fermentation side into that, and it comes over here, goes into the pasteurizer. So this is how we pasteurize our products. Pasteurize, after pasteurization, goes to our waiting vessel. Yep. And as you see with this tank, this has been filtered and pasteurized, and it's now being carbonated. Yep. Definitely. What is beer without bubbles? Gotta have that bubble in your beer. So basically, that's the process. Oh, let's move over to the packaging area. Watch your step. Alright. Just a little customer head. When we're ready to operate, we always sanitize every area before we start our work. So basically, this is the packaging area. One guy loads all the bottles up here. Bottle comes down nice and slowly, gently. Now, if it's a light product, we'll get a blue sticker for the light beer. And if it's our famous flagship, which is the lager, it looks like this. So we pass through here and get a sticker. Also get a date here. This little baby here is a date cutter. So we put our dates on our bottles as well. Comes around here. If it snaps shut, boom. Bottles get washed right over there. If you look behind you got some little fill heads. and shoot up right here. Right here. Yep, so that shoots water up in the bottles and wash on the bottom. After that, after the bottle's been washed, the bottles line up right here. Beer comes through these little tubes here. Fill heads goes down in the bottle, fills the bottles up, moves along, comes right here. Bloop, caps falls on top of the bottle. Bottle comes here, the crown on slams the bottle shut. And at your end, of course, this is empty, but you will have a filled product at the end. And the most beautiful thing of SXM Beer bottles, twist me, drink me. No more teats, no more openers. Get rid of that old school style. We modernize. Yeah, so that's pretty much it how we do our thing. And I will show you anything that we put in bottles or kegs, all goes in cold and we store it cold. So I'll show you where we store our products cold. So never let craft beer reach room temperature. Alright, so as we said, we fill it up cold and we store it cold. Best way to keep craft beer. Never let the craft beer go below 0 Celsius or 22 degrees Fahrenheit. It's a craft beer. Of course, it's organic, 4, 5, 6 months stop. Store it, keep it cold, or drink it right away. Yep, that's about it. Thank you. My name is Gio, the brewer of SXM Beer. Thanks.
Awesome. That was awesome.